If we claim to be a follower of Christ, I think we should follow what he said. Many of you have red letter Bibles. You could see what he said. Matthew 5, verse 19. This is Christ speaking. If you're a follower of Christ, then you believe this is what Christ said, and you will follow what he said. If you won't follow what he said, then you are not a Christian. You are not a follower of Christ. Doesn't matter what you think or what your pastor thinks. Do you follow what Christ said? Matthew 5, verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Go read and study that verse, Matthew 5, verse 19. Now, are the 10 commandments included in those commandments referred to in Matthew 5, verse 19? Of course they are. If you go down to verse 21, Christ cites, thou shalt not kill, and then shows not only that, but we shouldn't even hate. And if you go down to verse 27, he cites, thou shalt not commit adultery. And now he shows now we shouldn't even lust. So if you are a follower of Christ, you will heed what it says in verse 19. Christ spoke about the Sabbath command more than any of the other commandments. Go read the Gospels. And if you read Matthew 12, verse 12, he said, wherefore it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath days. Why bother talking about what is lawful to do on the Sabbath day if it's going to be done away with? Because Christ never did away with it. That's obvious if you read the New Testament. You wouldn't bother talking about what's lawful to do on a day that you don't have to keep anymore. The Sabbath is a sign of God's people. Read Exodus 31, verse 13, and Ezekiel 20, verse 12. You keep the other 9 commandments, it doesn't set you apart. If you keep the Sabbath, it will set you apart. People will notice. And the reason why the Sabbath bothers so many people that don't keep it is that it's a weekly reminder to them that they are blatantly disobeying God. It's up to you, friends. Do what you want. Study this book for yourselves and decide, why did God say remember the Sabbath if it was going to be done away? That makes no sense. For those of you remembering God's holy day, have a blessed, joyous Sabbath. The rest of you, peace all. Bye-bye.